TigerBee.com.
Hello to all of my TigerBee.com family and supporters out there. Welcome back to another video of my Inktober, Birdtober, and all of the Tober challenges. Let's start. Welcome back to another Inktober, Birdtober, and all of the Tober challenges.
Day 17. Getting straight into the sketch, I work pretty quickly because I'm working with multiple prompts today. Working with multiple prompts is something in my own particular work that I normally don't have, so being able to achieve it today is really a wonderful thing, but being able to achieve it for this whole month is more interesting than wonderful sometimes. As you can see, I'm working with the room, and I'm working with a prompt where the plant life is going to overtake this room, but I want to kind of show the beginning stages of that. Also working with the prompt of nightmare and a few others, to be honest with you. I want to make sure that I really try to tell a quick beginning story versus trying to show the ending of a story, or leave no room for the imagination of what can be or what is to become. Working in the furniture here, the doorways, and all of the above, I want to make sure that this room really feels as though it has a good range of depth to it.
TigerBee.com.
As you can see, I use a grid to make sure that all of my ranges and angles are on point, while keeping in mind mentally everything that I want to achieve with the visual. Putting a couple of random pieces of furniture here and there, and then I'm ready to move on. So this particular prompt has a bird that I found two different visuals on, and I wanted to put one kind of like a mantle on the wall, working with the nightmare theme, and then one, if you saw before, was in the background above the living room. The particular living room is called an overgrown living room, so I'm trying to make sure that I keep within the theme, but I really want to do it lightly. Now moving on to the second bird, which is the same type. I'm pretty sure they're just from very different regions, or if the same region, just something slightly different, as you can already tell. The first bird will have something of a mask on, whereas this bird has more of a feather face. This particular bird had also kind of like a cool little frohawk, which is like a front mohawk. And I really wanted to work with that. I wanted him to be the oversight, as if he's looking into the roof of this living room. And I wanted to make sure that his size was obviously overbearing compared to the size of the furniture, the doorway, and everything above. Working in some light hairs and just kind of mapping out where I want everything to be for him. I move on next to just lightly shading the room. I didn't want to put too much detail into it because technically I'm doing this at 11 at night.
TigerBee.com.
Going back into the oversized bird and really working in some light shading with him, especially around the beak and the eyes. Just making sure that I give him more of a darker feel, since the official Inktober prompt has more of a darker touch to it. Cleaning up some of my work, and then checking a few different layers before I move on to, I can't say the hair, but in this case I want to say hair. Doing this late at night is actually a nice challenge for myself, making sure I don't get too sloppy or too relaxed with minor adjustments. Working in a more detailed eye just to give a more of a crazy look, and then moving back into the furniture just to give it a little bit more of a shadow range.
TigerBee.com.
Next, I move back to the first bird that's on the mantle, and I just work in just some slight details. My GoPro got a little washed out, so you couldn't see that, but you could definitely see the shadow work that I'm adding into it. All things will be revealed obviously at the end of the video, so stick around to see how the final touch looks. Adding in some more details towards the door, just wanted to push a little light through, and then I move on to the overgrown living room where the plants are now about to embark in wrapping up this living room just a little bit more. Gotta be honest, this part took actually the longest for me because I had something in my mind and I wanted to test it out. But within testing it out, I realized that, oh my gosh, I put myself in a really tough situation of completing this. I wanted to have a couple of dangles of the branches coming in from the rooftop. And even though this time lapse makes it look super easy, definitely just took a lot of time just for a lot of loops here and there.
I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to return for the next installment of TigerBee.com. Also, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, love, and share.